4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, this is Ryan Jr. Priosek of Commentary. This is going to be the first set in Group D of the round 32 of the Bigfile MSL 2010. We got Free playing against HyuK today. Whoop-de-doop, whoop-de-wop, shibbity-boo-wop, and all that good stuff. Odd Eye 3, Free at the bottom right position in blue as the protoss player, HyuK at the upper left position in purple, I think, as a zerg player, of course. Odd Eye 3, two-player map. Despite its constant repeating and reuse, I kind of like this map. It's not up there with maps that I, never mind letting go, like maps like Match Point, Heartbreak Ridge, Blue Storm. Those are maps I can watch games again on. They're just maps like that, just never get old, no matter how much you're played against them. Destination, I guess you could also say, is that kind of map in my mind. Maps that are incredibly comfortable and make for some extremely good games. Now, mind you, some of those maps aren't as balanced as some others. Like Fighting Experience, for instance, is a very, very balanced map, very well-balanced map. But for some reason, it's the maps that have slight imbalances that just seem to be the most popular and the most interesting to watch. Like maps that I've mentioned, all of those maps had some significant race imbalances. Destination and Match Point, for instance, had some significant race imbalances. Let's see, we see Overpull now coming up for HyuK. Free actually sending out an early, very, very early scout just to go out there wants to have the information for exactly what's going on. I think he might be setting himself up to maybe go for an early Nexus, actually, now that I think about it. Didn't think I saw him put down a pylon or a forge, anything of the sort. Now probe coming out, wondering if he's actually going to put down an Nexus before anything else, or actually going to plant down gateway first. No, there you go. Okay, didn't see the pylon being put down. I was kind of getting a bit scared. Forge just now on the way, and he's meanwhile going to go out there and be annoying. Try to make sure that HyuK doesn't manage to put down his hatchery until a little bit late. Doing a pretty decent job with that so far. And Free is very good in this matchup. This is Free's best matchup. He's overall a very good anti-zerg player. Hatchery finally comes out. You see a little shake of Free's face there. Knew he could have kept it up longer, but forced his probe a little bit too far away. Gonna put down his Nexus. He's facing an Overpull, so Nexus before cannons, very safe. The cannon's still going to morph in before the Zerglings get to his base, so he's going to be in a real good position. Going to be able to keep that probe alive for a little while. Be annoying with it. Waiting on his cannon right now. And a couple of Zerglings, probably going to see a few more. Going to actually chase the probe. Free getting that caught by a few shots there. I'm not sure if you got that killed or not. Nexus and first cannon are just now morphing in. Morphing. That's what Zerg do. But this, nice, double expo coming from HyuK, very quick double expo, and it feels like I haven't seen a PvZ in a long time. Gateway after the initial cannons, so Free definitely feeling safe. Only saw those two Zerglings out there, so very good reason for him to feel safe. Nice blockade there. Zergling's gonna have to take a wide, step. I don't know. Have to, go around a little bit, and they're just gonna constantly be hit by cannons. So no real run by possibility so far there for HyuK, and pretty good position for Free to be in for now. We're going to see what kind of build he goes into. We're just going to goes into standard Bisu build-esque kind of thing. This Citadel Adun, maybe Citadel Adun, I mean. It's Nuke that calls it the Citadel of Adun. Citadel of Adun. I call it the Citadel of Adun. Whatever. Cyber Discord now on the way, so we're probably going to be seeing just good old standard Stargate and Stargate. Yeah, I was basically thinking about what we're going to see after that. We're going to just seeing good old Citadel of Adun into a couple of Dark Templars, see if he can go out there and do some damage. There is a double expand from HyuK, so we're going to see how that goes. Now, I like this base in that the Zerg is allowed those two quick expos very easily. Double gas, 2 gas is very easy for Zerg to get. Transitioning into a 4th gas is a little bit tougher on this map. It's hard to go get a 4th gas. For a Zerg, he has to kind of go out of his way a little bit more, but still very much possible. So find it makes for interesting strategy sometimes on this map, very interesting games. Start getting on the way in. Free spotting the 3rd base out, not being out in the, not going to be caught by surprise by anything funky, any 2-base play. Going to go out there, spot that out. We're going to see whether HyuK just goes for heavy Hydras. Now, HyuK has pulled up his game. He always seems to pull up his game sometimes. And now he's in the MSL, and in the group that he's in, he's actually one of the guys. I don't remember whether I said I thought Free and HyuK would come out of the group or who, but I think HyuK's definitely a strong enough candidate to come out of the group now. He only has 1 turn to face. His versus Terran is still his worst matchup. And he has a Zerg and a Protoss player, and he's shown himself somewhat competent in both matchups. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, Hojo, to get forward in this group, I think he needs to face Frieza versus Protoss Sniper, and that's his best shot. Unfortunately, Frieza's also a very good anti-Zerg player, doing a decent job of keeping the Probe alive, and just as I say that, Probe dies. Spire going to be on the way, so it doesn't seem like HyuK just going to go for standard, get some Scourge, and then some Hydras to follow that up. And somebody else, of course, spinning right now. It's probably going to be C Weapons 1. Still won't see. There we go. Little Ladoon. It is going to be. We're going to see whether it's going to be a couple of Dark Templar to start things off. In the front side, there are a couple of Zealots, one cannon way at the back, and a Dragoon. So Zerglings are in a decent number, but I still don't think he's going to be able to really utilize them to go for any sort of run by. No, Choke is blockaded by now. Second cannon going to be morphing in and warping in. Did that again. And Weapons 1 going to be on the way. Hatchery at the front by HyuK, so he's going for that SimCity. Going to make sure the DTs don't have a comfortable time getting into his bases. And Corsair, initial Corsair, I think, is out there flying right now for free. I think I saw that in the map. A couple Archives on the way, so I do expect to see a couple of DTs, and then he's probably transition into just a mass ground army to meet the Zerg opponent up front. Hydra's done now almost up. So we're going to be seeing a couple of Scourge come out, and then Hydra just do here an Overlord rather, going out there getting some Overlord kills. For at least one Overlord kill going to be there for free. And Evo Chamber and Sunken Colonies should be a Sunken Colony at the natural expansion as well. So just to make sure that HyuK's protected all the bases. Meanwhile, Free actually pushing out with 3 Zealots and a Dragoon. Going to see if he can actually put on some pressure or not. Before the Sunken Colonies come up, but I think that it's going to be a little bit too late for that. But we're going to see what actually tries to put pressure on the 12 o'clock base. Gonna get that. Ooh, moving us force to the right side just to make sure it doesn't get spotted for the Scourge. I'm pretty sure the Scourge actually spotted the Dragoon, and HyuK setting up a trap here, but not going to work out. A little bit timing was a little bit off to trap that. Of course, they're going to come back home in plenty of time and alive and well. And more Corsairs being produced. As we speak, Summer Score I think was still spinning, so wondering if there's actually range on Dragoons rather than Weapons 1 on the air weapons. We're going to see what it is exactly very soon. My timings are a little bit messed up. Research timings and all that stuff. Gateway is going to be additional gateway, so we are going to be seeing a transition to a larger ground army. More Corsair is going to force those Scourge, but Scourge at the very least getting a decent scout. There are DTs out there, so the Scourge are also going to clue HyuK in on that. DTs are going to run around. We're going to see whether actually Free going to go for a dual attack. Actually, if he uses that ground force alongside DTs, he might actually go in there and do some damage. DTs would really be a help, not just having DTs, because DTs, sure, they're kind of like the ninjas of the Protoss force. Only one DT actually, now that I see that, and 4 Corsairs. The Dark Templar are the Protoss ninjas. They go out there and snipe everything that lives. Corsairs doing a good job of sniping everything. Weapons 1, a big boon to picking off those Scourge before anything else. So yeah, it was Weapons 1. Thought a core was spinning a bit too long or too little. I don't know, whatever. DT actually, no, we're going to run back home. One single DT just kind of probing around, but Free's not going to take any risks with that. But yeah, DTs, people forget. Sometimes people, I mean audiences, I guess, forget that DTs are actually do a hell of a lot of damage and are very good when they're part of a force. For one thing, they do a lot of damage, and sometimes when they kind of mill in with a large army, you kind of don't notice them. And when you do, they become an instant target, giving the other guys also an opportunity to go do some damage. But Free's just keeping his DT around. Gonna see who actually tries to find an opening. Does have Weapons 1 ready on his ground force right now. Has a fairly large number of Corsairs. Gonna see who actually manages to get some decent overall sniping, because HyuK doing a good job. He has speed on him, and that's kind of Weapons 1 in a large mass. Kind of make sure that speed doesn't prevent you from sniping the Overlords too much. But he has amassed most of his Overlords alongside a bunch of Hydras just outside his natural Expo 3 base right now for HyuK. Maybe transferring some drones towards his secondary at the 12 right there. Free tried to go for an attack on those Overlords. Gonna not work out for him right now. Did see some High Templar for him on the ground. Has 6 gateways pumping right now. So his macro's hitting pretty well. Robotics facility on the way, so we might see him most likely going to be for observers right now, but I'm wondering if he's actually going to go for any sort of funky transition. Maybe go for drop. Free could do a lot of damage with a proper drop. DTs or anything. Overlord's being caught in the open. There are some lurkers on the ground, and Free's also spotting that out, so the Overlord's going to be coming out at a very good time. Some of those Overlords, I think a couple should have gotten killed. Corsairs